you're a blessing to know. You're a blessing to have in our lives. I really hope God blesses you and ufumane everything away batlang so you're that person who just deserves everything. I hope you strive for it and you get it.
All I want to is to be close to you, but I don't know how and what to do. I'm so shy when it comes to you, but I guess you're curious, huh? So let me show you what I can do. There's a sparkle in your eyes. I feel the warmth of your skin. Just the touch of your hand makes me tremble within. Love the smell of your hair lying here in my bed.
Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Chef Albert here. You know what it is? Live from Colorado Springs, Colorado. Today's a Tuesday morning and I just got back from getting a haircut. Too high. So I just got back from getting a haircut and I'm exhausted. I did the biggest mistake yesterday and I went out drinking with friends and I hardly do it. So, you know, every time they have chilling at somebody's place, I just never go because I don't know. I want to get home and sleep or get home and start editing videos and all of that. So yesterday I'm like, you know what, let me just go and just hang out with other kids and see everyone, you know. So I did that and I got back home very, very late. So I'm exhausted and yeah, but you know, it is what it is. I have to get my day started and I have to today be doing the Q&A. It is what it is. One thing. But we're gonna have fun, okay?
My heart says,
If you ever wanna be my one, I'll be waiting.
Hey guys, welcome back. Let me insert this. Forgot to put this mic on. I think, let me do this. Real life. Yeah. Culinary life, bathong. Kitlasa gaul. Hey guys, hello, welcome back. Welcome back, okay? It's a pretty cold day today. We got some snow. There was a bit of sunlight. I think we're expecting wind later on. And after that, probably there might be dust. Probably there'll be dust later on. The weather here is ridiculous. It's literally 4 seasons in one day. Literally. Like they always say, residents here always say, if you're not satisfied with the weather, wait a few minutes. And they're right. So yeah, so today we're doing my Q&A. My Q&A. I'm actually tired. I'm exhausted. I was gonna just end everything and just go to rest because I had planned my day properly. I had planned my days properly. Actually, my days off. I was supposed to be off Monday and Tuesday, and I'm like, okay, Monday I'm gonna record and I edit a bit, and then Tuesday I'm gonna post. But now I got to work Sunday, and the chefs were like, Albert, what are you doing at work? It's Sunday. You're off. Didn't you see your schedule? Upset to me because it was already like 3 p.m. and that is literally a day wasted. I got back to the house around 4:30 p.m. What will I do? It's already late. And one person, if I plan something for a certain day, I want it to happen like that. But the way things have been going these days, it's just like not on your own timing. It'll happen when it's supposed to happen. So I'm pretty exhausted. So I ended up going to work on Monday, and then I'm off today, so I had to go get a haircut. I did the biggest mistake yesterday. I went drinking with friends because I never chill with them after work. I'm 30 years old. I don't do those things anymore. House gatherings. I don't like that. But I've never been that person. Even in high school, I remember my friends would complain. I probably have been to one house gathering, and I just didn't like the scene. So I've never been a fan of house gatherings. But I'm like, you know what? It's a new year. You know, it's a new year. Let me just, it's fine. It won't do any harm. So I went and had alcohol, and I actually got back around 4:30. So I didn't get much rest. I slept for like 3 hours. Had to get ready to go get a haircut, and then came back. When I was about to record, somebody said TK said he's visiting, and I'm like, oh, damn! And I can't say no. When in actual fact, he said we should hook up for breakfast, but I didn't. Solomon ka record jahle. Oh, Jesu Christe. Kente. Bona my love. Re are tripping. 23 years more. Ke package after package. Ke fana le box after each day. Le box every day. Ntogolo years more. How is the prepare? So sorry. So sorry. Little was trippingly gay for what I can say. So let's rock. Ho hlapue ke order le 2-piece nngwe ya pyjama. In case ho ka bona le slip over. Ke Judas. Ke le mene. I thought you guys lived together. Baba, I love you. Oh, but look, we can't tap in a hyena. Same on a tissue. Emotional film, Moya was a two take. Born a no general Otamaya, the mountain in Mona, Colorado. But probably I'll see you guys later on. Bye. So let me tell you, we can say Munak. So yeah, so I wasn't gonna do this, and then I got a visitor. TK says, and then TK, we were actually supposed to hook up for breakfast. He sent a text, and I don't know if I replied, but I was like, damn, no, I can't do breakfast. So rather you come to my place and I'll make breakfast for us. Me being clever, because now I went out, I was gonna have to get ready, and then obviously we're gonna chill there, and then come back. That's more time wasted. Rather he comes here, have breakfast, and leave, you know, so that I have time to actually do what I wanted to do, which is record, which I'm doing right now. So yeah, I'm exhausted, honestly exhausted. I was gonna sleep, but I feel like if I don't do this, I'm not gonna do it, and I don't like waiting too long to post videos. Ha ke batlo le etsa jwalo. Le consistent teacher jwang. Ka se etse ntwe. I can't wait to say sponsored. When I get home, guys, please give us a whole lit. Give us like a gown sponsored by, tea sponsored by, earrings sponsored by, for my life, for my chats, for my sit down, whatever. You could probably lovely. So yeah, let me get started. So I actually had everything planned out properly. I was gonna write questions down on my PC. Where's my sanitizer? Yeah. So I was gonna write. This is beautiful. Woolworths, please, no other way. I was gonna write down all my questions on my laptop so that it's easier for me to go through them, you know, arrange them properly. But time was not on my side. If weird things were just happening. I'm like, what is happening? but it's fine. I screenshot some and hopefully I'll be able to, answer everything properly to your satisfaction. And yeah, hopefully this will be a little bit fun also. So yeah. Dilipa bole batho. That's what Instagram babies would say. So let's get started, okay? Let's get started. Let's see what is it that you guys had for me. And happy le gata ditaba. Le gata ditaba. Jo. Le gata ditaba. Ha. But it's fine. Subscribers. So my first question, this is from my subscribers. I'm still trying to get a name for you guys, but we'll figure it out. English, sure. We will figure it out. Yes. So yeah, the first question is from Kirabitswi. Like my pronunciation is gonna be so bad. I think I'm not even gonna pronounce your names. You know what you asked me. So yeah, just so that I don't butcher people's names. I'm not good at pronunciations. So yeah. The first question was where are you from and what motivated you to be a chef? Well, I think most of you guys know now I'm from Welkom. I grew up in Tabong, in Welkom. Our street name was Tbsp, I think, yeah, Tbsp. I spent most of my time at my grandmother's house, my mother's side. So because there's two of us, right? We twins, and my mom was when we were born, my mom was, I think she was slightly busy, or she was a little bit overwhelmed with us. So what she would do is every time while growing up, this is before preschool, I would go to her mother's house, and then my twin brother would go to my dad's house, so that she separates us, and she gets rest also and all of that. So we grew up like that, even in our early childhood, like 9-11 years old. We were still living part-time with our grandparents. And there was a time I remember when my brother, I think that's when we started preschool. We were then joined back together again, and then we lived at my grandmother's house, my mom's mom. And then I remember my uncle would always have me on his neck, and then carry my twin brother on his arm every time he would take us to school, preschool. Preschool was literally a street after my grandmother's house. So yeah, all matching. I still remember. so yeah, I grew up in Tabong, and from Tabong, my early teenage, my dad bought his first house 2001. That's when he bought his first house, because before that we lived at her mother's house. So her mother had two houses, and then she's like, okay, you can use that house, because I got a bigger house and nobody lives there, so you can live there with your family. So that's what we did. Before that, I don't remember where we lived, but yeah, that's what we did. And then 2001 we moved out of my grandmother's house, and went to Duaren, we went to Duaren in town, and then we lived there for quite some time, yeah. And then we moved out 2021 we moved out. That's when my brother got my parents a new house, and we moved into the new house, and then the other one we turned into a student accommodation. And what motivated me to be a chef? Honestly, my dream wasn't to become a chef. I've always wanted to be an actor. I always wanted to be on TV, and because acting school was really expensive. I remember I wanted to go to AFDA in Johannesburg, but it was ridiculously expensive. And then my dad is like, we can't do that, but for now try to find something else that you think you might like, till we can actually afford that, because you don't want to take a gap year, you want to go to school. So you know what, find something that you like, and then in the meantime, we'll try to gather money for you to go to after. And then I actually ended up taking a gap year, and that's when I decided during the gap, you know what, I love cooking, and I've been doing it for the longest time, because in the house, while growing up, I was the one that always cooked. It's either my sister or me. So I'm like, I love cooking, and I think I do it pretty well. So let me try to pursue a career in this and see how it goes. That's after I studied media at Boston. But sadly, ke le ngwana stoutu, ke faila, ke matha strata, mosebetsi wa ka le botawa, my job, botawa, sigarete, batabo. But hey, I'm glad I left that life. Because my mom, when I went to culinary school, my mom was like, you messed up so much in Boston. So you need to understand, we don't have the money for you to be like failing and doing everything that you're doing. So this is the last chance you get. You go into culinary school, you're gonna attend each class. I told them, if you miss school even by just a day, they must call me. I don't even want you late. You have to always be early for work. I hear them call me and say you were probably 30 minutes, an hour late for work. Done. And my mom, when she says something, she means it. And she's not going to change around. And when she says something, she's going to do it, and that's it. No matter the consequences, if she says something, she's doing it. So because I knew she was serious and I knew the type of person she is, I'm like, I can't fumble this. Let me tell you, I went to school every day, always early. I lived with a friend, I lived with her for when I was in Joburg, the entire year. I lived with her, and it was beautiful. I went to school every day. I was always early, an hour early for school, and I still managed to have fun like any other kids. And I finished school. I passed so well, so they were pretty excited. Like, okay, you did so well, so it's fine. You can go ahead and move on and do more years. That's when I moved to Bloemfontein. So yeah, I've never really wanted to be a chef, but once I actually started studying it, I'm like, okay, this is exactly what I'm doing. And I'm glad I did it. I don't want to go back. And then the next question, also from a subscriber: what was your childhood like, and why did you decide to leave the country? Well, what was my childhood like? I'll describe it in, let's try to use words to describe it. Hard work, joyful, and love. Yeah. It was, my childhood was beautiful. Obviously, there was a few things that bothered me, low unpleasant behaviors every now and then that bothered me, but other than that, I had a beautiful childhood. My childhood was amazing. I grew up with friends that loved me so much, which we still friends now. I'm still friends with Mwachima Mpolochi, they call him Whiskey. I'm still friends with Babiki, which is my brother now. So yeah, most of my childhood friends we're still friends and we still vibe. There's only a few that we don't vibe so much, but we're still good towards each other. It's just that life happens and we drift apart. But my childhood was amazing, especially when I was living in Tbsp. It was beautiful, honestly. Was I think being raised by grandmothers is a beautiful thing. It honestly is. And always being around my grandmother, it really made me smile a lot. So yeah, and it taught me a lot also. So I'm very grateful that I grew up around her and have her in a way mold me to the person I am today. So yeah. And then what else did you ask me? What made you decide to leave the country? Well, to be honest, heartbreak. Jo. Heartbreak did. It rocked me, okay? It rocked me so much. It rocked me so much. It was so bad. Like there was a point during my heartbreak. My dad would come into my room and like open my windows, like tell me to get out of bed and try to do my bed. Like it was really, really, really bad, and force food on me. What do you want to eat? What do you want to get? Give me my favorite stuff. My brother also, Babiki, would do the same. O batla eng? O rekile eng? Ke batle dijo. Ke batla yena. Ke batle dijo. Ke batla yena. Why ka iketsa jwalo? So yeah, it was heartbreak is what made me move. It rocked me so much, and because when I get really like sad, like really, really, really sad, I forget a lot. So my memory also in a way, you know, and I'm like, you know what, I actually need a break. Let me just leave everything, go away for a while, come back, get it a little bit better. And trust me, the way I was when I first started here and the way I am now emotionally and, you know, physically, I'm a whole lot better. So yeah, that's one of the reasons that's the reason that made me leave the country. Because yes, business wasn't so well by the time I left, but I always knew I'll pick up, and I always knew that I won't starve me. I won't starve. I will not allow myself to not have money. If catering company's not doing well, I was selling cookies, slapkoek, you know, 5 liters of cookies and make money out of it. You know, I've always knew how to make money, and thank to mom. She's a hustler. She taught me how to hustle. So yeah, I can never stress about not having money, because I think I know how to make money, and I am not embarrassed to hustle in any way. You know, that's why when catering is not busy, I start baking, posting 5 liter, 5 liter, 10 liter, give Ghana. I sold 20 liters of baked cookies for this much. You know, business is business, and the slap cook that I sold, I actually made so much money with that money. Some of that money, that's what helped me also to pay the agency to come here. So hustle is hustle. Don't let anyone make you feel bad or feel ashamed or whatsoever. Hustle is hustle. As long as you know what's gonna come out of that, and as long as you know how it's gonna benefit you, that's all that matters. Don't worry about what other people think, which is one thing that bothers me the most. People stress about what people think about them, and if you if you gonna base your life on that, then you're just gonna have a miserable life. Honestly, I'm not saying you shouldn't care what people think about you, but don't let it control you. And then the other question is, what would you say to 18-year-old you? Slow down. Have fun. Have fun. And start dating. Definitely, yes. Have fun, slow down. Life is not about work only, and start dating. Because I started dating in a very, and that's one of the things that I actually regret the most. I started dating at a very late age, like in my 20s, 24, 25. That's when I started dating. No, that's a lie. I started dating when I was like 19, yes. But it wasn't really like, it wasn't dating as such. It was, I don't know what to call it. But real dating, being committed fully to somebody, I started at a very, very late age. And I think my only relationship, or my only relationships that I feel like, okay, this was a relationship. Because as a person, you know, you can feel it. If, okay, this is a relationship, this person loves me, you can feel it. And for me, it has only 2 relationships has been that for me. And So yeah, I think if I had started dating at a very young age, I would know how to deal with most stuff, and probably I would have been heartbroken in my early 20s, and I would have known how to deal with a heartbreak, and I would know what a heartbreak is. Not being heartbroken in my late 20s, and I just want to kill myself. So yeah, so that's definitely one of the things I would say to 18-year-old Albert. Slow down. Life is not all about work, and start dating. So yeah. And then Caroline asked me, no question for me. I just simply love you. I love your content, everything about it, and I love your sexy laughter. Keep working, my darling. It's so nice. People like since I got to the Broadmoor, guests, stuff, the people I work with always compliment me on my smile. It happened again yesterday. That lady's like, she's one of the servers that I always chat with. I like her. She's like, you know what, Albert, I always forget to let you know, and but you have the most genuine, most welcoming, most lovable smile I've ever come across. Your smile has so much warmth in it, and your smile, your laugh, and your laugh. I could be working in front, because she's a server. I could be working in front serving guests, and I could hear your laughter from the kitchen, and it will make me smile so much. So thank you. If they never tell you, you have the most beautiful smile and your laughter is amazing. Stay like that. So to say, it's beautiful. I'm glad. I'm glad. That's one thing that hooks these boys. The smile. Yeah. But better get smile if I like it deep in their eyes. Mutabona fellow, yeah. Kiana una kiba munyala. This is not really a question. She's like, congratulations. Now road to 5K. Handle. So more, my love. Could you fit 5K? How much is wrong? Remove. Oh, sorry. So and then another question from a subscriber. Has working overseas always been a dream for you? And how do you deal with being away from your family when it gets hard and lonely? And where did you train to be a chef? Working overseas has never been a dream for me. It hasn't. It wasn't, honestly. The same way being a chef wasn't a dream of mine. So I studied in HTA Culinary School. I'm answering your next question also, and everybody else that asked me about school. I started studying at HTA Culinary School, right? It's based in Randburg, Johannesburg. I did a year course. That was just me trying to test the waters, and also because the course was slightly cheap. My dad is like, do this for now, and then we're gonna save up for the courses that you actually wanna do. So take this year. That in a way also is gonna introduce you into this career, and you will know exactly if this is something that you really, really wanna do. And because it's only like 20K a year, that's not bad. Rather do that than have you get started on the diplomas and everything, and we're gonna cap out close to 200K. Next thing you don't wanna do it. You understand? So when you're done with this year, you'll know for sure if you want to do this or if you don't want to do it. Do you understand? And then I did a year course that cost my parents $18,900, and it was at HTA Culinary School, and it was a culinary certificate. Yeah, it was a certificate in cookery. So I did that, and then I graduated. Very good marks. My parents are so proud of me. And me in school. I was legit. Because I remember I did an interview with a newspaper. I forgot what the newspaper was, and I said it was a hoo-ha. People were going crazy about it, and I think it was about pizza. I don't know what happened there, if I made pizza or I was reviewing a pizza. I don't really remember. But since culinary school, I've always liked things. And then after a year in HTA Culinary School, I moved to Bloemfontein because I would have easily done that course at HTA, but because Johannesburg is too busy and you can easily get distracted, you know, anybody can get distracted. I told myself, you know what, let me move closer to home, to a place that has less distractions also, you understand? So I moved to Bloemfontein and I did a three-year course at FBI, Food and Beverage Institute. It's in Lanhoven Park, and I was there, and then what I got, what the qualifications I obtained from for Food and Beverage Institute is food and beverage services. That means F&B. I can be a server. Food preparation and cookery. Patisserie. That means I can be a pastry chef. And then food preparation and culinary arts. Food safety. You know, that means I can be a hotline chef, which I am. Customer service and hospitality service, menu knowledge and design, beverage knowledge. That means I can be a server or a bartender. Food and beverage services also. So like there's 3 qualifications, but in those qualifications there's a whole lot of things that I learned, you know. So not only you can be a chef, you can also be a pastry chef, you can be a server, you can be a barman, you know, you can be a lot of stuff. So it's like a whole lot of stuff, you know. And then what I got from HTA Culinary School is food preparation and culinary arts. So yeah, that was a certificate. From FBI, it was diplomas, 3 diplomas. So yeah, it's a pretty expensive school. I think that cost my parents close to 200,000 rands. Just the fees. Could be more than that, but not less than that. But yeah, it's pretty expensive. That's why when the idea of traveling was presented by me by Food and Beverage Institute, I was like, okay, I'm going. I remember the first time I traveled, I went to New York City, and I attached a video of all my travels, and I'll write each place as a caption. I started at Mohonk Mountain House. It's in New York City, New Paltz. It's a beautiful, beautiful resort on a mountain. I think it's 189 years old, I think. Yeah, but it's an old resort, beautiful, beautiful resort on a mountain. I went there and I worked for 4 to 5 months, and I was still studying. So it was like more of a holiday job. I remember I left in November and I came back home in early March. So yeah, early March or late Feb, I don't remember well. It was a holiday job, and I'm so glad I did that, because in a way I could see, okay, I actually want to start traveling. Because when I got back home, I'm like, hey, I'm leaving next year after I graduate. I'm out of here, you know, because I had seen how Americans work and how the culinary scene is this side and how good the money is also. Because in the 4 months I did pretty decent money. I got back home, paid back the agency for bringing me this side, gave my parents some of the money, and some of the money I helped them pay my school fees. And I still managed to give everybody gifts, still managed to get myself things that I've always wanted, like an iPhone. I bought my own iPhone plus, you know. So yeah, and that was only 4 months. So I'm like, okay, this is actually really good, because now not only do you get to learn a lot, you also, you know, you also make decent money, and you get to in a way explore other states, you know, which is one thing that I've always liked doing. I like traveling. So yeah, my first travel, that's what got me in the hang of always traveling and just always wanting to do it. But I think I'm done now. I think this is my last program. And how do you deal with being away from family when it's hard and lonely? I have friends. If you've watched my vlogs, I have friends that are just so pleasant to pleasant towards me. We're all pleasant towards each other. We're always there for each other. They are called away if I'm not okay. The other day I had flu. I didn't go to work. I had flu, but it wasn't so bad. They showed up on my doorstep with flowers and alcohol. I don't know why they brought the alcohol, but you know, they brought flowers, they brought food, and they brought alcohol, and they were so worried. How are you doing? Are you okay? Because I don't like calling off from work. I don't do that, because you calling off work, that's you inconvenience. That's an inconvenience. You know, somebody else is gonna have to do not only their work, your work also. So I don't like calling off sick, off work. So they were pretty shocked. Like, yeah, you've been here for more than 6 months and you haven't called off sick even once. You're probably the only shift that hasn't done it. But the fact that you did it then means you're actually sick. So they came to check up on me, and that was beautiful, you know. So we're just always there for each other. If I'm not okay, I give them a call. I feel very sad. I miss my ex, blah, blah, blah. And then we, you know, talk to me, calm me down, and we laugh about it. And then, you know, life moves on, you know. I think it's very important when you're traveling, you need to surround yourself with people that are very pleasant people that you can say, okay, these are my sisters, this is like my little family, you know. And you have to choose the right ones, because you know, people are not genuine. People are not genuine, and I've realized people use people for their own convenience. So you just gotta make sure that you choose proper friends. So yeah, that they're the people that help me when I feel sad and lonely and I miss my family and I miss home. You know, they help me a lot. And also I pray a lot. I pray a lot. Some days I'll cry about it, cry, make tea, pray, play music, and I'm okay. And I'm big on music also. I love music, and each every time I've started, this would tell you how much I rely on music. Me, when I'm feeling sad, music, you know. I'm sure you could tell also with the music that's attached on my blogs. I take so much time to try to find them and make sure that they match the scenes. So music also helps me a lot. I remember when I first started traveling, when I was in New York, New Paltz, the album that I was obsessed with at that time was Khaled's album. That had young dumb, I'm broke, young dumb. I was obsessed with that album. And when I moved to Florida, that's when I started listening to Sinead. I love her. Snow, Malay, Tbsp, and a few other artists. And then when I moved to Boston, kind of the same music, but I started listening to new people. And then when I moved to New Zealand, that's when I started listening. I listened a lot. What's her name? Oh, Pimp Mallet. That's when I started being obsessed with Pimp Mallet. I don't know, I think that's how you pronounce it, Pimp Mallet. And then I listened a lot to that guy that sings Aglalegi, Masambedi. I loved his album, the one that has that song that says and mina, but yeah, that one. So yeah, I rely a lot on music. I listen to music a lot. And last year, when I arrived in Colorado Springs last year, I still kind of listened to a bit of everyone, but I listened to a lot of gospel. I started listening to a whole lot of gospel. I love gospel music. I grew up in a family that just will always gather around as family, aunt, uncle on Sundays and just listen to joyous celebration, have a feast, laughter, you know, watch idols, you know. So I grew around a family that likes gospel. So I've always loved gospel, but last year, a whole lot of gospel, and I'm so glad. So yeah, music also helps me a lot when I'm sad and lonely. And where did you train and be a chef? I've already answered that. So yeah.
There's a sparkle in your eyes. I feel the warmth of your skin. Just the touch of your hand makes me tremble within. Love the smell of your hair, lying here in my bed. 'cause that is what my heart wanna be with you always. You are my world in every place. It's the things that you do, and it's the smile on your face. And as time goes by, I know I'm in a better place. I'm in a better place. Without your love, I am out of place. And without you, I am just a trace. I love you with all of my heart. Together forever, never to part. I wanna be with you always, 'cause that is what my heart says. That's what my heart says. I wanna be with you always. Always, yeah. You are my world in every place. Oh, oh, oh. It's the things that you do. It's the things you do, baby. And it's the smile on your face. Smile on your face. And as time goes by, I know I'm in a better place. A better place. I'm in a better place. It's the things that you do. The things that you do. And it's the smile on your face. The smile on your face. And as time goes by, I know I'm in a better place. A better place. I'm in a better place.
Unali tabang at the
Airport.
airport. Liliso. I'm like, can you feel you breathe it and a German cat? And then, man, only nale like
Something.
onona le flamboyant nyana. Mare kuka
you
kana le
cook.
taking ya tsanka we. And then ka boot camp untula nyana so. Don't ka so rat. Cause shame, I was just at my lowest. Kile intimidated and nervous and now also untula ke
Kathola the drinking anyway.
boy. And then on a trip to Miami.
Yeah.
In Miami. In Ntosa because shut up, man.
Malebo, what's wrong with
In
you?
Ntosa because okay, I don't know this person. I mean, okay. And then you offered me a cheese and egg sandwich. You were just the sweetest person, and I really knew you on our trip to Miami, and you were just a sweetheart. Oh my gosh, I just fell in love with you, Kare. Who is this person? And then from then on, attacking, you were just amazing, funny, somebody. Always laughing because of you, because you're just this free spirit that is so kind and so giving and so. You're just a pure person. Who are you? You're just an open book, and you're yourself without any pretense or falseness or fakeness. You're just yourself, and you're a blessing to know. You're a blessing to have in our lives. And I really hope God blesses you and ufumane everything away batlang tshepi, so you're that person who just deserves everything we hloka bophelong. I hope you strive for it and you get it. You like ke qala ho kopana le motho a tshwanang le wena. I'll be honest.
겨울이 오길 기다리는 아이처럼 내 맘에 널 그려 포근했던 나의 온기 눈을 닮아서
dipotso so? Why? Why did you dipotso so? So, because I couldn't finish writing everything on my laptop, I went ahead and screenshotted a few questions. And then this one is from Banele, right? How old are you? This is from Instagram, from the DMs. How old are you? Well, they say I look 21, 23, but I'm actually 29 years old, turning 30 this year. What's your favorite color? I like nudes. I don't have a favorite color. I don't think I have a favorite color, but I love nudes. But if you would put a knife on my neck and ask me what's your favorite color, I think I will go with like maroon. Yes, I'll go with maroon. That's my favorite color. But yeah, what do you inspire to be? A cookbook author, a TV show host, obviously like a cooking TV show host, Woolworths chef. Yeah, I really want that a lot. I want that for myself. Ke batla ipona ka hara social media ya Woolworths ke le phela. Tse ke re recipe 101. So yeah, and what else? I wanna be a brand ambassador for watch brand. This is yeah, that's what inspired me. Successful also, not too successful, but successful. I don't want a lot of money that's gonna overwhelm me. I just want money that's just gonna, help me live life the way I wanna live life. Yeah, that's all. If you were given an opportunity to go back to your teenage years, what advice would you have given your peers? Listen to your parents. Listen to your parents. Your parents are always right. You know when your parents say, that friend is not good, and you're like, kamarad. Listen to your parents. Listen to your parents. They're always right. Yeah. If you listen to your parents, everything will just... Listen to your parents. Always be there for yourself. And also, always, like, work. Always try to work. Get few jobs, pocket money. Work for your pocket money. That's what my parents did, When we needed money, you had to do something to get that money. You had to do something to get the jeans you want. You want a pair of sneakers. This is what you're gonna do for a month, and then you can get your sneakers. So they made us work for every single thing we wanted. I think also that's one of the things that also helped me a lot. Like my work ethic and everything. It's how they brought me up and how they taught me to be independent at a very young age. So to the young ones, listen to your parents and just always try to work. Always try to work and just always be open to learning more and stay away from drugs. There's always time for everything. Stay away from drugs at a young age. Just stay away from boys. Yo! Balaba high school no. Sure. Stay away from boys. There's always time for all those things. You don't want to be doing things in your early ages that you're only gonna regret in your early adulthood. Stay away from boys. Work hard. Always try to work and listen to your parents. Yes, definitely. How long have you been friends with Sitati? I've been friends with Sitati for the longest time. So we were friends in high school, right? But we were not that close. Because Sitati, as you can see right now, she has a lot of friends. That's her. She's always been like that. Her friends is like a little community, a little family. She's always been like that. So I was friends with her in high school, but we're not that tight. Because it was like just a lot of us, and you can't really spend more time with her alone, So yeah, and then after high school, that's when we actually got close. I remember we met in our friendship. Actually, I don't know if I should say that's when our friendship started, but I think I should, yeah, because that's when we actually started being close, started understanding each other, and it was in 2016 or 2016, 17. We organized a trip to hook up in New York City, and that's when we actually solidified. solidify. So, wow, your move. Rente se kgosi tsa rona se be solid, okay? So lole a ke khone ho bitsa lentswe le o mane ne ke a le batla. But hey, ke teng mo re khone etsa se kgosi sa rona se be. That's when we made our friendship solid. 2017, yeah, 2017, it was 2017. So 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 20, yeah, so like more than 6 years. It's more than that if I would count high school days, but I would say 6 years. Do you always get people who give you weird vibes looks, especially in South Africa, with regards to your dress code and how you conduct yourself? Yeah, a lot, especially for men. A lot. I remember when I was home now, December, people were just like, what's happening? And others were just finding me sexy. But you know, people that don't know fashion, and you're old people, they were just like looking at me weird, calling me names, and I'm old now. I don't let such stuff affect me, you know. But there'll always be that one person that will feel like you look inappropriate. Why are you wearing heels when you're a man? You know. I don't let that affect me anymore. I'm grown. I wanna think how the hair or so yeah. There's still people that look at me weird, but it's fine. I don't let that affect me. I know who I am and I'm proud of it, so that's all that matters. Are you planning on having a culinary school? Because I love to join shame. Culinary school, no, but cooking classes, definitely. I want to start doing cooking classes in the future, but I in a way want to go back to school for a few months to try to get everything back, and and to be able to teach somebody properly and make sure they're okay, they're doing everything properly how they're supposed to do it. I can do it now, but I think I want to go back to school for like a month or 3, like those small courses, 2-week courses, 3-week courses, and then I can actually start doing cooking classes. But I love that. I love teaching people, and I think I'm a very patient person when it comes to that. Because also the people that help me back at home, my friends that work for me, I think I do a pretty good job teaching them and making sure they follow instructions and they do as I tell them to do. So yeah, I think I'm doing. I could do a pretty good job. So in the future, definitely. Any special somebody in your life at the moment? No. Jo. Re kopa thuso. Ha re na matla ra kopa re Allah. Ha re na matla ntate. Nobody, okay? Nobody special in my life right now. But I know, very hopeful that God is molding someone for me. Someone that he feels like this one is for you and this is the last one, so yeah, I'm very grateful. but I'm alone now. I'm okay with it in a way. But I want somebody. I love that. I'm a lover, and obviously I would, I want to be committed to somebody. I want that for myself, and I haven't been lucky. The people that I've been in relationships with or situationships with, it's just people that are not genuine. And they just always, show it before I could even pick it up, and I see it, I'm gone, So most of my relationship haven't been, I've only been in like what? Let's see. Letangwani, he's dead. That was still in high school, after high school. That was my first relationship after high school. And we were dating for almost a year, but he passed on, but the relationship was okay. So yeah, that was our first relationship, and in a way we started off as friends. and then we started dating, and it was beautiful. And then after that there was Lerato. Yeah. And Lerato, I don't know what we were doing. I don't know. It wasn't sexual and it didn't last long. I got weird vibes and was like, bye. And then after that there was Maine, the guy that I was in New York with, Mr. Forbes. And then after that there was my recent ex in South Africa. That's one of the ones. Him and Romaine, Mr. Forbes, those were the relationships that I felt like, okay, this is a relationship. You know, this is a relationship because I invested so much in it. We both did, and it's those relationships that I just felt like these relationships are gonna like marriage vibes. You know, so yeah. So the one the one I'm gonna get now, guys, it's for marriage. I don't have time to play me. Don't have time for this. Don't have time. Okay, so yeah. Do you wish to have kids someday? Yes, kids. I want kids, and I think I want boys only. I think I want boys only. I love boys so much. I was a babysitter, not a babysitter, but I was a babysitter before, yes. But the recent family I worked for, they have three boys and one girl, and I love them so much. Love them so much. So yeah, definitely want kids one day, of my own, obviously. But I always say, you know, you don't bring kids into this world just because you want a kid. You know, there's a whole lot of things that comes with being a parent. You know, you have to be emotionally ready for that, financially, and you know, a whole lot of stuff. So I wouldn't want to bring a kid into this world or wanna adopt a kid. Yes, and take care of the kid when I'm not okay, and when I'm not okay financially. I just look like I want about, you know. So yeah. Kids one day, definitely. What's your type? What's your type on dating a partner that's younger than you? My ex back in SA was younger than me. I think 2 years. He was 2 years younger than me, but he was more. I honestly think he's way mature for his age. Way. So it depends. If you're older and you're gonna date a kid that still behaves like a kid, why? Why would you do that? You know, but obviously if you're gonna date a kid that's probably doing well, that's probably, you know, a little bit mature, somebody that you'll be able to take something from, you know. But if that's the case, yes, somebody you think you can see that, okay, I can actually grow with this person, you know. This person does this for me. This person is there for me. This person is somebody that I can actually, okay, he can be my baby daddy, you know. He can be the father of my kids, you know. So if that, yes, age is nothing but a number, guys. Like they say, age ain't nothing but a number. Going down ain't nothing but a thing. So, so yeah, it just depends what you guys, what you would take from that younger person, but not too young. You see, if you're 40 and you're gonna date a 12-year-old, or if you're a 55-year-old man and you're gonna date an 18-year-old girl, I don't support that. I'm sorry. That is just rape, and you can't date somebody that can be your daughter or somebody that can be your son. That is disgusting. That is disgusting. You don't do that. That I don't support. Honestly, I think it's so uncultured, and I think it's disgusting. No. That is way too much of an age difference. Way too much of an age difference. It's too much. It's too much. Dating somebody you could easily call your son or your daughter? Yo, no. How's Colorado Springs gay? To say kumnandi, but it's cold. It's so cold. It's so cold. It's bad. It's really cold. But Colorado Springs is nice. At the same time, I just feel like it's a village because there isn't a lot of things to do here. That's why every time we want to do something, we always go out of Colorado Springs. But Colorado Springs is a nice state. I think it's a place where people. It's like a place where people come to retire. That's how calm it is. The mountains, the people here. You know, it's not too busy, which I like so much. It's not too busy. You know, so yeah, I like it. I love it here. My friends are beautiful, and so far I've had a pretty good time here. My fashion sense changed completely. Colorado Springs, thank you. So yeah, Colorado Springs is not so bad, honestly. Are you on a J1 visa or are you permanently employed? I would never be permanently employed in America. I don't want to start a life here. I want to go home. Life is home. I could not stay away from home for too long. So that's why I always go on J1 visas, because J1 is just literally a year. It's like a year and 18 months, or just a year. But I just always go for a year, you know. I can't be away from home for too long. Thank you, Banele. Congratulations on your 4K subscribers. You are a true champ. Oh, now a champ, baby. Order me. Thank you. Thank you so much, my love. I appreciate it, and I appreciate your kind words. Question: which school did you attend? You seem very rich, and your accent, please. I seem very rich. Well, I've already told you guys what school I attended. But high school, I was in Volcom High School, and then primary, I was at Aurora Primary School, all based in the Free State Volcom. And then culinary school, varsity, I went to food and beverage culinary school based in Bloemfontein, and HTA culinary school based in Johannesburg. And I studied media consultant also in Bloemfontein at Boston City Campus. I seem very rich. I'm not. I think I've told you this. While growing up, my mom always told me, to never look like my problem, because honestly, that's just gonna make it even worse. You know, you can't look miserable when you're miserable. You know, it's just gonna make it even worse. So from a very young age, I saw her doing it, and she always told me to do it. And from a very young age, that's what I grew up with. And I'm one person. I love looking good. I love smelling good. You know, that's why I get a haircut every week, if I can, every 3 days. I'm not rich. I don't have money. Honestly, I'm broke. I just look like I have money because I don't let my circumstances determine how I want to live life. It's the same thing now. I planned 2 trips. I don't have the money for it, but I will get the money for it. So I'm that person. But I'm definitely not rich, but I will be. And also, you gotta look like what you wanna be. You know, you wanna look like what you wanna be. You wanna look like what you attract. And then like you attract chelete, you attract a better job, you attract a better chick, you attract a better closet, you attract everything better. That's what I'm attracting. So I try by all means to look like that, you know, so that when it does hit me, on when my dreams try to locate me, they don't mislocate me. They find me. Huh? They don't go the other directions like, this might not be him. I want them to come straight to me like this. You know, so yeah, but I'm not rich. I'm not rich. I'm not rich. I'm a gay man that doesn't allow his bank balance determine how he wants to live life. I think that answers you best. Accent. My accent. I don't know. You know, when I first started traveling, my English wasn't so well. People that know me, especially from my Welcome High School, my English was not good. I still think it's not good. It's not perfect, but it's a little bit better. But after high school, like into a ghetto. I was so ghetto, always swearing. Oh, so ghetto. Oof. Accent was never really this good the way you say it is, but I think it's not good. I think it could be better. And then I started traveling. When I started traveling, I associated myself with only mostly white Americans, white Americans, Mexicans, you know, different races. Because now, what does that do? That means we're only gonna speak English, you know. That's what I tell most Mexicans here, because Mexicans here don't want to speak English. They speak their own language. When you speak English to them, it's like, what are you saying, you know? And some of them try, and I always tell them, I get it, right? You want to try, you're trying, but now what you want to do is associate yourself. Don't associate yourself only with Mexicans. Associate yourself also with other cultures, you know, Jamaicans, Filipinos, you know. In that way, you guys only gonna have to speak English. And now, obviously, in that circle, there's one person or there's a few people that their English is better than yours. What's that gonna do for you? You're gonna learn, you know. That's what I did, and that's why my English is a little bit better to what it was when I started traveling. So yeah, I associated myself with white Americans, Mexicans, Filipinos, and you know, in a way, my English got a little bit better. Omunkuna tseba king. O qetetse neng ho heba skada? That's my question. That's nay. Well, the last time I was intimate with somebody was on my birthday weekend. That was the last time I was actually intimate with somebody. But 3 times a day. What's all Jamaica? Please, guys, Jamaicans, if you can date a Jamaican just for once. Mulamu, Bobita, Kosomula, So yeah, that's the last time I'm such a fool. That was the last time I was actually intimate with somebody on my birthday weekend for the 4 days. Yeah, and that was Mr. Forbes. So yeah. And ever since I haven't been, I've only kissed one person after that, and that was that. I always tell you guys, I rely a lot on toys. I have a few toys that, you know, help me stay away from trouble, and rely a lot on toys, and that's one thing that's been helping me for years to stay away from trouble, to stay away from unpleasant, unwanted, awkward entanglements. So yeah. So the next one that's gonna locate me when he locates me. Kirumeti. I had a friend called Kirumeti in high school. I loved her so much. Such a beautiful girl. I wonder where she is. Hey, Chef Albert. Shame you dress well and always make every outfit expensive. Yeah. I love your content. Keep shining, Rahadi. Thank you so much, my love. I appreciate your kind words. So yeah, I always make every outfit look expensive. True. Where I would be wearing a Mr. Price shirt and pair with a Zara blazer, probably wear H&M pants, Ulster, and wear Versace shades, and you will probably think, $1 million head to toe. Where else? I just know how to mix my clothes pretty well. And I don't know, it's either you have it or you don't have it. Because I don't struggle a lot. I don't struggle a lot with mixing, matching my clothes. I don't know why. So yeah. This one is from Liz. Hey, I Am I late for the Q&A? Like you fumani didn't tell her, but if not, I have a few questions. Lol. The other day I was watching Tati's vlog, and when I saw you, I remembered the day you beat Tabang's ass. Katlasing Mr. Tuso. Atu. Nah, beat ass. Our maths teacher at Welcome High School. It was, oh, I remember Mr. Tuso was hot. It was one of the most daring and scariest thing to watch. My question is, how were you feeling in that moment, considering you were not fully out of the closet? Are there times when you feel frustrated because some people don't understand, don't want to comprehend your sexuality? I remember that day, not so well though, but I remember like it was bad. And I'm somebody, I don't fight. I've probably been in 3 fights in my life, and it was in high school. I remember another one was in Mrs. Mukotedi's class. It was also based on my sexuality. But when I beat Tabang up, I was pretty upset. And I don't like fighting, and I was upset because I was upset also because I let somebody put me in that situation. Do you understand? I was upset that he made me do what I did, and I don't normally act like that. And I made him understand that I need him to apologize, and I need him to understand I reacted the way I reacted because of him. He provoked me. That's how I would not retaliate. And I'm sorry, yes, I apologize, but I needed him to understand that it's his fault that I acted the way I acted. And also, in a way, I felt very embarrassed. I was very embarrassed. I don't remember what joke that was, but it was based on my sexuality, yes. I was very embarrassed, and I wanted to make him feel the way he made me feel also. He embarrassed me, so I'm gonna beat your ass and make sure that you're embarrassed also, to have people laughing at you. But I remember I cried after that. I cried and I apologized to him, because that's a very unpleasant thing to do, and I wouldn't do something like that. So I apologized, and I remember I was punished for it. So yeah. And yes, there is times when people don't want to understand my sexuality, or don't even want to comprehend. But I think that I'm older, I'm an adult, so I don't let what people say about me, especially about my sexuality, affect me that much. I don't. And now if somebody speaks unpleasantly about my sexuality around me, I would speak up. I would speak up, and no gyabua, no gyabua. I'll speak up about it, and obviously I'll make sure that I'm heard, and I'll make sure that you understand what you just said is not okay. It's unpleasant, and I will not accept it. But I haven't come across such in a while. Just at work every now and then, but I handle it. And I handle it well. So yeah. What advice would you give to a young teenager who is not yet out of the closet? Well, don't be scared, and in your own timing, yeah. When you're ready, you're ready. I think most people come out of the closet because they get like a whole lot of pressure from a lot of people, but I feel like that's not okay. Someone will come out of the closet when they're ready. And if they're not ready, they're not ready. And if they don't want to come out of the closet, they don't want to come out of the closet. Because you get people that are gay that still live life like a straight man, but also on the side, have relationships with gay men, People will live life however they want to live life. Nobody should tell you how to live your life, to understand. But also, don't be scared. And I feel like South Africa especially has come a long way. We're a little bit welcoming. And we slightly doing better in accepting the gay community. So yeah, don't be scared, and on your timing, and yeah, you're gonna be good. Everything's gonna be alright. So yeah, what is your biggest insecurities and why? something that makes you feel uncomfortable, right? One thing that I'm really insecure about, but it doesn't bother me. I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't bother me that much. It's my belly, because it's something that I can easily fix, so it hasn't bothered me to an extent where I wanna, take steps in making look the way I want it to look. That's one thing that I'm insecure about, especially when I'm with a man. That's one thing. That's one part that I'm very insecure about. But it doesn't bother me that much. But if it does get to a point where I feel very insecure about it and I want to do something about it, I will. So, and I don't let that affect me, like. And also, I'm a jealous type. I am jealous. I'm a jealous type. I don't like sharing. I don't like sharing. Show my partners I don't like. That's why all my exes will tell you, well, there's only been a few of them. They'll tell you one mistake, one lie, one cheating. Even if you take somebody out for a date, that's cheating, and you lied to me, you gone. I don't think twice, me. I don't think twice, because if you could lie to me like that and make me believe you, what else are you lying about? And what else are you gonna lie about? So me, I'm gone. One lie, gone. But obviously there's lies that you can look over. But there's lies that you like that one, you're dangerous. I'm gone. So yeah, I'm jealous. I'm a very jealous type. I don't like sharing. I really don't like sharing. And my partner is my partner. So yeah, I'm a very jealous type. That's one thing also that's another insecurity also. First of all, I appreciate your content so much. You are so creative and fun to watch. I personally feel like you are going so far. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. Question: what inspires you in terms of creativity? I don't know. Not a lot. Hey, not a lot. Most of the things I do, I think about it. I think about it, and sometimes it just comes to me. I remember the other day, there's something that I'm planning, and then I got a thought while I was working at work. I remember I was so busy, and what I did is, the ticket machine has a paper in it, right? I took paper out during service, busy. I took paper out and I started writing, and the chef was like, "I'm going to be busy. What are you doing?" My mail, I did not listen to me. I was trying to execute what's in my head on the paper. And I wrote down, and put it in my pocket and carried on working. And during service again, what I wrote down, in a way, was playing in my head and just breaking it down even more. And I started writing, if I don't have my phone on me, because I can't use my phone in the kitchen, that's why I use the note. But if I have my phone on me, I would normally just type. It's the same thing also with when I get campaign work back at home. They would tell me, this is what we want you to work on, and this is this is how we want it done, blah blah blah. And obviously you have to be very creative. It just always comes. I think about it, and I sleep on it, and when I wake up, everything is good. Let's rock, So most of my ideas come to me. But obviously they probably might have been influenced by certain things that I've seen, obviously. But I think about it. I think a lot. Probably I'm a creative genius. But yeah, not a lot inspires me, but I think a lot. I think a lot about every single thing that I do and how I want to execute it. As a content creator, a chef, and now a YouTuber, how are you willing to inspire other people in spaces that you are in? I think I'm already inspiring a lot of people by traveling, because most people back at home don't know. They always say, "Oh, you're so lucky. You're a chef and you get to travel." How not lucky next month? There's no luck here. It's just knowing the right people. That's why I always try to share the agency that I use, the places I've worked at, my experiences, in a way that you'll take something from them. Because also, I started traveling, I didn't know, I wasn't so with food, and I like most of my culinary journey. I don't delete it. I always want to look back and see how I started and how I'm doing now. So if you probably have the time, you can probably do that also. I just wanna make sure that everybody also gets the experience that I've gotten, if they want. That's why, hence why I just always share a lot with them. And obviously, I put in a tattoo, man. Yeah. And obviously, now that I started cooking on my vlogs, I hope people will take something from it and learn something from it. Probably you didn't even know that you like cooking, and you probably see my video cooking and you enjoy it and you try my recipe, That's me inspiring you, So I hope people take a lot from what I do and how I do content and everything. So yeah. In relation to question 2, how are you going to elevate your content in order to do great collabs with big campaigns, but still be the best in all the spaces you are in? Yeah, that's one thing. I have a manager back at home. He's the guy that helps me find the campaign work that I do. He's the one that helps manage it and helps me with finances and all of that. Make sure that they paying me what they're supposed to be paying me. So he was worried when I left. He was worried that my social media is gonna be unstuck, which it was for a while. And he's like, people are gonna forget about you, and now by the time you come back, you're gonna have to start from scratch, literally, to try to get people's trust again, support and all of that. So we need to try to find something to have people still, know that you're around, to have people be wherever you are, move with your people, that's one of the things also that made me decide to start a YouTube channel, because with YouTube, at least people can see how I live in Colorado Springs. People can, follow my culinary journey in Colorado Springs and all of that, So, and then we were recently on a call, and he's like, now that you gonna come home soon, I'm stressed that now you're based in Colorado Springs and most of your support is in Colorado Springs. I'm like, nope. Most of my support is from South Africa. Like, 90% of the people that watch my channel are from South Africa, So I don't think that's something that you should be worried about. That probably when I get home, I'm gonna start having less views because most of my subscribers are based in the United States, So yeah, that's one thing that I probably have to think about on how I'm gonna incorporate everything and still be as good as I think I am. I love you lots. So yeah, I hope I answered your question properly. I've answered almost 60% of the questions. I'm gonna make myself soup and I'm gonna show you guys quickly how to do it, and then I'm gonna finish the questions while. So I'm making tomato and basil soup. It's pretty cold, and this is one of my favorite soups. So what you're gonna need Roma tomatoes, about 9. Cut them in half. You're gonna need some garlic, and then you're gonna need 1 and a half onion sliced. Just nice slices, because we're gonna caramelize it. And then another thing you need also for your soup, you're gonna need vegetable stock. This is when the soup is done. When you're testing out the consistency of the soup, if it's too thick, you can add more vegetable stock. If it's too thin, less vegetable stock. If it's too thick, then more vegetable stock. But if you don't want to use vegetable stock, you can go ahead and add chicken stock for more flavor. So yeah, but vegetable stock is what you want to use. You're going to need salt and pepper. Obviously, you always have to season your food. You're going to need fresh basil. So this we're going to use when we blend our tomatoes after they're done roasting. And then you're going to need bread. You're going to need cheddar cheese. This is white cheddar. I'm going to make a toast, crunchy toast to go with my soup to dip in as I have my soup. I'm gonna add a little bit of Parmesan cheese also to my soup to add some creaminess. So yeah, and some olive oil to put over your onions and your tomatoes. Let's get started. So what you want to do, you want to nicely arrange your tomatoes on your foil. Make sure you use foil or parchment paper so that your tomatoes don't stick on the pan after roasting or while they're roasting. I'm gonna put them together. And you're gonna go ahead and add about 8 garlic cloves, peeled. 8 peeled garlic cloves. Put them just around your tomatoes. And you wanna drizzle your tomatoes with some olive oil or canola oil, whatever oil, whichever oil you have. Just drizzle it. Obviously, you gotta season them. You season every single thing you cook, okay? Salt and pepper. I'm gonna start with my pepper. Give it a nice seasoning. Some salt. Make sure every tomato gets seasoning. There you go. You know. So these, we're gonna roast these. My oven is already preheated. These are gonna roast about 30 to 40 minutes. So while they're roasting, we'll be finishing with our questions. So what I'm gonna get started on right now is caramelizing my onions. Because this process of me caramelizing my onions is going to take about 20 to 25 minutes. There's a lot of time, and because you have to keep on stirring them, making sure they're all caramelized evenly. So I'm gonna answer some of the questions I got from you guys. So I'm back on YouTube, and this one is from Ndombi. She's like, you are one person who loves embracing others. How do you find the strength to continuously do that even when you get disappointed sometimes, whether in romantic relationships or just platonic ones? Well, so I'm one person. I don't let any bad experiences that I go through determine how I treat people or how I embrace people, you know, because now I can't let, because I just got out of a relationship and it didn't work out, and obviously I'm disappointed about it. That does not mean I have to stop celebrating people when they are deeply in love, when they're getting engaged, when they, you know, something is happening in their lives that's that's very beautiful, you know. I feel like your question, people that behave like that is jealous people. If you're gonna let your own experiences determine how you take other people's experiences and how you let that affect you, that's just an unpleasant behavior, you know. So as a person, you don't want to be that person. You don't want to stop celebrating people because of your own bad experiences, you know. So yeah.
Everyone gets hurt. That's how we learn to make love work. It's
So I just added my onions.
part of life, but if you need a lullaby, baby, don't cry no more. Just let her walk out your door.
So while that is sizzling, let me finish answering your question. This one says, do you ever get depressed and overwhelmed due to being away from home, your loved ones, and your usual surroundings? obviously, I do get depressed sometimes, and a little bit overwhelmed. Obviously, because you're surrounded about people, you're surrounded with people that you don't know, people from other countries, people that don't know how to act around people that are so unpleasant. So obviously, that will, in a way, make you miss home and miss your usual surroundings. The pleasant people that you're always around. So yeah, but with family, family and friends. I always try to stay in contact with them. I know I communicate with my mom every single day. Every single day. If she doesn't get a voice note from me in the mornings when I wake up, or in the afternoon, in the evenings when I get back from work, she's gonna complain. Abutuaka. Ke re fela la o ka re fela hello. O bua jwalo. La o ka re fela hello. Tse ke le sharp ke ya mosebetsing. Ho lokile. Tse ko fela ko utlwe hore moya o tsole teng meleng abutuaka. And if I don't do that, we're literally gonna fight about it. So I've been very consistent about it. I'm a very consistent person. I'm very consistent. Ask the guys that I date. I've dated. Consistent hun. So yeah, I try to be consistent in communication. I try to contact my brothers at least twice every week. Get on a call, get on a long video call after work when I get the chance. So yeah, that also in a way helps me not miss them too much. This is browning. It's browning. It's gonna get darker than this. So you just wanna keep on moving it around. And then this one is from Takani. I love your sense of style. Have you ever considered styling others for an income? I've tried with a gent via DMs, and I actually liked it. But I don't want to overwhelm myself with a lot of stuff. I'm one person. I like trying a whole lot of things. When I was home, not only was I doing private catering, but I was a personal shopper and an event planner for my clients. I would shop gifts for them, shop cakes for them, pick their cakes, design their cakes for them, have it made, pick it up, buy their gifts, wrap it, and then deliver it to them, just to make their life a little bit pleasant. Because they're very busy, they don't have time to be going around shopping for gifts, picking up cakes. So I would do that, but obviously for a certain fee. And not only did I do that, I also did meal preps for clients. I did meal preps, and then I did smoothie packs. I sold baked pastries, content creation for brands. So there was a lot of stuff that I do back. There's a lot of stuff I do back at home. So that also is to help me. So that if income is very slow on this side, I know on other 4 sides it's coming. And if catering and food business is slow, I know I'm working on campaign work. I know I'm shopping for clients. So yeah. But probably one day something I would want to do, but I don't want to overwhelm myself with a lot of stuff. But it's something I would want to do. I have watched you being featured from Sitati's channel, and I must say you brought such a huge positive energy. How is your mental health so far, running a channel and being away from home? It's stressful. It's so stressful. Like, every time YouTubers would say, I'm going on a break, I would always laugh about it. I'm like, what break is it you're talking about? Your job is to take videos and post. What break do you need? Yeah. YouTube is stressful, and I'm actually glad that people are getting paid for it, for doing it. It's very stressful. It's so stressful. It's so stressful. But because my mental health is a little bit better now compared to how it was when I got here, I'm okay. And I sometimes I know how to manage a lot of things. So I just manage my time properly, and because I get my schedule a week before, So I already know how my next week is looking. I'm like, okay, if I'm off Tuesday and Wednesday, this is what I'm doing Wednesday, this is what I'm doing on Tuesday. And you know, I try to manage my time properly. But it's stressful, it's very stressful. These days that I have a headache from editing and just not getting everything right. And that would be my only day off, you know. So obviously that is very stressful because I can't be that stressed on my day off when I should be resting, you know. Trying to upload a video before I go to work. It's been stressful, honestly. It's been very stressful, and sometimes I just feel like, why are you doing it? You know, why are you doing it? You can just leave it till you're back home, and then you'll continue when you're in South Africa. But I love doing it, and it makes me smile a lot. And seeing your comments, it just really brings so much light. You know, it makes me smile a lot. So it's fine. It feeds me. It feeds my soul. So I'm okay with it. It's okay. But one thing that I've started doing, if I don't want to record, even if it's a day that I said I want to record, I don't record. Like if I wake up and I'm like, I'm supposed to record, supposed to record, I'm like, I'll record it some other day. You know, understanding that, okay, I'm not okay, I'm tired, and I'm mentally, I'm not prepared to be recording today, so I'm not going to do it. And then I actually don't do it, you know. So yeah, in a way, very consistent with self-love. If I'm supposed to post a video today and I don't put it up, I'm okay with it. It's okay. I'll put it up whenever I'm ready. Like I said, in my own timing. You know, it's you before anybody else. But I still love you guys. So it's getting closer to where we want it. You see, we get in there. So you want to make sure that they don't burn. So you want to keep on turning them around as much as you can till they nicely caramelized. English is into a tough. If you have the time, would you do short classes? I would love to. And I think I would do a great job at it. I actually wanted to start doing it when I was home. A client of mine, wanted to take classes from me. And because I'm a perfectionist, I want everything to look proper. I want everything to be proper, you know, understanding that people pay a lot of money for that. So it has to be the way they expect it to be, you know. And I'm also big on client satisfaction. Ooh. English. Tiko bao. Oh, English. Also, and I'm really big on client satisfaction. Give you a attack. Atabaki. Give you a attack. See English. We let's go ya how. Here. Sika Zulu. I'm kidding. So I'm really big on client satisfaction. Yo, I can say wait but hey, I'm really big on client experience, you know. So yeah. One day is one day. Please tell us about your accident if you don't mind, and your hindsight thoughts about it and everything. Thank you, Google, and hindsight. Google and on like a Talibu. Hindsight. An example of it is like hindsight bias involves Hindsight means understanding of a situation or event only after it had happened or developed. So your question was, please tell us about your accident if you don't mind, and your hindsight thoughts about it and everything. Take care. Well, the accident, the way it happened, it was shocking to me also. I wasn't expecting it. Obviously, nobody expects an accident to happen. But I was leaving work. It was during COVID, and I left work to go home. And then when I got home, because I didn't have time to exercise, I used the bicycle to exercise. So I would do that every time after work, just to try to stay fit. And then I was going over a bridge, and then a car hit me over, and I fell all over the bridge. It was really bad. And I was in hospital for a while, and I suffered a whole lot of memory loss, and face trauma. Like it was really bad. My face was really bad. It's the way it looks now. It's a whole lot better. But there's few marks I can't get rid of. See, I can't really get rid of, and this is where the operation was. They did an operation in my mouth and then my eye. I don't know why it was in my mouth. I don't want to ask a lot of questions. I don't want to. And then this is still here, and then this it's taking me forever to get off. But yeah. And then I thought. A few months after I got discharged, 3 months later, I don't remember, I went back to work thinking I'm okay. And then I got in a relationship, and I was okay. But while working, I would pick up a lot of things, like me forgetting and not remembering a lot of stuff. I would do something right now, and then I forget. It still happens now in the kitchen. I would be doing something and then leaving to go grab something, and then I get there and I just stand still. I'm like, damn, what is it that was I gonna come get? And then I have to go back to my station and see what I'm working on. I'm like, okay, cool, I was gonna go get more short rib, So it's my memory. I think it's not perfect, and because now there's a lot of things that I'm doing. YouTube is always on my mind. I'm thinking about traveling, so obviously there's a lot of things that's occupying my mind, and I just forget, But I'm honestly doing a whole lot better. Than I was when I first got here. So yeah, and I think, I don't know, honestly. Sometimes when I think about it a lot, I still cry about it. That is me also, in a way, dealing with it. So yeah, I think that's all that there is to the accident. But I'm getting better. I think I'm a whole lot better. I'm okay. My face will be okay in no time. So yeah, everything is good. So this is what you want. Obviously, caramelized. This is gonna give the soup such a nice smell and taste to it. So this is our onions caramelized. Beautiful. Let's check on our tomatoes. Ooh. These are gonna take some time, so we're gonna give them probably 20 more minutes. This is exactly what you want. Again, because I don't have a big blender, I'm gonna go ahead and blend my soup in my smoothie blender. It does the same job, but I'm gonna have to blend it in bunches, and then once blending, put it in a pot, blend again, add more, put it in a pot. That's what I'm gonna do. So what you wanna do is, you wanna add your onions. I'm making for one, that's why this is so little, but you can go ahead and make more if you want. So you want your tomatoes to rest for a bit before you blend them. Let them rest for about 10 minutes before you blend them. This is gonna be so nice. Excited. Nicely roasted and charred. Beautiful. Hadia shaba tumber, it's charred. Ka English. Add your garlic also in there. I made this when I was home, when I was shooting, and my dad loved it so much. He's like, kiss up on twelve. So, papa. Because my soup is thick, we're gonna loosen it up with some vegetable stock, right? You see the consistency it has? It's a little bit thick. So because we wanna loosen it up, right? Because it's too thick, we wanna get it a little bit too thin. We're gonna add vegetable stock, right? But if you don't have vegetable stock, you can use chicken stock or water works perfectly also. So yeah, you just want to loosen it up a little bit to the consistency that you want. So because I want it to be a little bit creamy, I'm gonna go ahead and add some Parmesan cheese. It's gonna give it the creaminess that I want. I'm gonna go ahead and add dried oregano. Dried oregano, and it smells so good. Sure. Black pepper, you gotta season, okay? Season and taste as you go, really important. A little bit of pink salt for the babies. Mix it pretty well. Nice mix. So. Jo. Nahane he. Se ke le bakoti. Ntho ke tlo e etsa. Ha. Huh? Ntho ke tlo e etsa. A little bit more salt and pepper. This is really good. This is amazing. The way I'm so exhausted, I was just telling myself this is not gonna come out the way I want it to come out because I'm just exhausted and I'm trying to rush everything, but this is actually really good. So I have bacon going in the oven to garnish the soup with, right? Guys, I just put 2 strips of bacon. I'm gonna let them crisp up a little bit. So I'm just gonna make a really easy sandwich. We're gonna toast this, get it a little bit crunchy, and then we're gonna serve it with our soup. So I'm gonna go ahead and make my sandwich. This is a really quick and easy sandwich. We're gonna toast it to go with our soup, right? Let me not waste cheese. Cost of living, no, it's very high. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of Parmesan cheese. I'm just adding this cheese because it's been in the fridge for a while and it's extra. Why not use it? A little bit of cheese. You can go ahead and add a mixture of cheeses. Honestly, you don't have to just add these. I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of dried oregano on it. You know what? Let's actually do this. I don't know. I think it will taste good. It will. Let's put a little bit of basil in here. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's do this. So we're just gonna toast these and pop them in the oven so that they can, so that the cheese can melt it exactly how we want it to melt. Go ahead and preheat my pan. I'm gonna go ahead and spray with some cooking spray. Yeah, it's hot enough. I'm gonna add my sandwich. Hopefully it doesn't stick. This thing, it doesn't have salad non-stick. It will non-stick just for a week. After a week, tomorrow tet. Barine! Me! Oh, I missed that. Can it be trying? Didn't talk. Hell. The tomo. Do you guys remember that? The tomo. Barine! Me! Tongue high. Yatama. Litamaing.
I ain't tryna bother. You're moving me in all the right ways. Waiting for the signal. I wanna go down, and watch it fall down, down. You give me the green light. Speeding like there ain't no stop sign. My eyes set on the prize, yeah. I wanna go down, I wanna go down. But damn, it feels good when you jump on it. Scars on my chest like you own it. You can have my last name if you want it. If you want it, if you want it. Dear girl, we don't even have to stop.
And garnish with some bacon that I crisp up. Some Parmesan cheese. Some fresh basil. So these are done. I'm just gonna put this over here. See? Yum. Yeah. That's it.